Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Youth in the Gantry. This is the post Arsenal West Ham game.
Oh, look at me.
Mm.
I didn't expect anything different. I said I'd be happy with the draw. We've just watched them. It ended up being 2-0. I don't know if you agree with this or not. It shouldn't have been 2-0, to be honest with you. That second, the penalty isn't a penalty. We'll go into that. I'm not very happy about it. But if you look at the lineups, I was actually quite impressed with West Ham when we lined up. I thought it was quite brave of Nuno.
No back five, yeah, I was very surprised at that.
I think it was quite attacking.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
I think it was quite a solid kind of
positive.
It was quite a positive, quite an offensive starting line, which I don't know if I necessarily agree with Magasa being a single man in midfield deeper. I liked what he done at Everton when he was next to Fernandes.
I think Nuno was probably looking at it going, if Mangasa can sit on, say, the single 10, which didn't end up happening anyway because you ended up starting with 2.
Yeah.
But I think Nuno probably, I don't think anyone expected Odegaard to start that. No one would have put that on a bet.
No.
I think the idea was to sit on the single 10 and then let Fernandes and Paqueta press. There was a thought process behind it, and I like the thought process behind it. I'm going to call again why Fulkrug and Paqueta are playing.
It didn't
right now. I
Paqueta.
can't.
I just did.
They're both terrible the entire game. Like, I don't think there was a bit that I saw that I was actually interested in when they got the ball.
He just looks constantly like he's looking for fouls, Paqueta, and it slows everything down. And he's such a good player when he goes on the half turn on one touch.
4, 5, 6 touches every single time he gets the ball, loses it or goes to the floor. There was nothing positive about Paqueta. He should have been dropped before the game.
Fulkrug was equally as shit, by the way. Equally as shit. I just thought it was worse. I think it's worse because he's 30 million and he's a German international, and that's what makes that worse.
He's a Champions League finalist.
Yeah. So I'm going to keep on calling him out until he actually starts playing, because what I mean is he's sorted it for himself, really, because he started having a go about the team back in the last year, not being good enough and not wanting it enough.
Yeah.
You aren't winning headers, mate. And all you're doing is having a bit of handbags with Gabriel.
Well, the only time he did win something was that small bicycle kick, and then he had a moan at Bowen because he was like, why are you not there? Well, let's be honest, who's expecting you to win that?
Yeah.
See, I don't blame him as much as I blame Paqueta. I do blame the fact that he has been shit, and he has been. But
he's meant to be our out, though.
Yeah, Paqueta's meant to be our creative spark, and he's done nothing.
Yeah, but he's meant to be our
out without a creative spark.
Well, no, but he can, because you kick it long to Fulkrug. Why can't he win a header then?
I don't feel he's to blame for it, if I'm honest.
No, I'll ask you a question. Why can't he win a header then?
Oh no, he's not been in the right positions and he's not been jumping for the ball. That's fine, but in all honesty, I think a massive flaw of our players, Paqueta being in the centre. I don't think he's working at all.
I think a big thing with Fulkrug as well is we touched on it during the game, is when players are busting a get back, he's never in shot.
No.
He's always...
We literally said this in the first half.
Swaddling towards the halfway line.
You boys have moved up, controlled possession, and I've gone, where's Fulkrug? Where's Fulkrug? And 20 seconds later, just dribbles into the... You can have a go at Paqueta more than anyone else, and that's fine. I don't mind that. He's on the ball a lot. He doesn't do a lot with it, but he's on the ball a lot.
Yeah.
At least he breaks up fucking play. At least he's involved. We've got a striker now that ain't involved.
No, I just don't think you can blame the target man as much as you blame someone who's meant to be this massive influence on the team. I do feel that Fulkrug has been let down. I don't think he should have started, if I'm honest. But I just think that...
I agree with Ben. I think if Paqueta was even a touch in form, Fulkrug might be playing a bit better. But at the same time, Fulkrug needs to make himself available. He's 6'2", whatever.
You need to be the difference maker then, Gav. If your team ain't getting up the pitch, you need to be the difference maker and win those headers.
He needs to be he's 6 foot whatever. He's quite a wide individual.
He's big, tall and strong. You are right.
He should be able to chest it down, bring it to his foot.
He's not doing the basics.
Bowen and Somerville, either side of you, are quick and can score goals. And he just knock it off to either one of them, and then bust a gut to get in the middle and cross it in. He's not doing that for me. He's. I don't know. I don't know if it's work rate. I don't know if it's just effort. But I think
it's effort, mate.
But we all remember his interview done.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and he cut into a few players. Well, somebody kind of needs to do that with him because we
haven't got a captain on the pitch, then, mate.
But he will get more protection than Paqueta for no reason, just because Paqueta falls over a lot. When that cunt is equally to blame, he wins nothing.
I don't think it is equal to blame. I don't agree with you.
He's a £30 million German national striker that can't win header.
But yeah, but a target man doesn't solve the whole problem of the game, and that is all he is really. He is just a target man. So if Paqueta's meant to be this creative maestro in midfield, and all he does at the moment is just take extra touches.
Right,
that's it.
So creative to who's running on in front.
You got Byron.
You can make excuses for either.
I'm not making any excuses for him. I'm saying the fact that a target man not doing the bare basics of what he should be able to do, which he is at fault for. But you've got Paqueta, who is meant to be this creative piece in the middle. He's still got Bowen and Somerville to play out to, and he's still failing at that.
I think you see when teams go in a low block, one of the most important players is the striker. It's to hold it up and bring your team further forward up the pitch. I'd tell you what, get the stats up. I don't think he won one today in the first half. I don't think we won one clean header today. And one clean header, I think he might have won in the second half just where he got fucking pulled off, went straight to Timber anyway. He's been fucking useless. I'm sorry, he's a £30 million German international. We've got 2 other strikers on the bench. Callum Marshall actually decent when he came on.
Yeah.
And he actually got involved.
The only way you could describe Callum Marshall, for me, because I've not watched them, obviously not being a West Ham fan, I don't watch under 21s and stuff. But the only way to describe him is he's like a little pit bull.
He's hungry.
He isn't tall, he isn't quite stocky, but he battled Saliba for one of the corners and got a header to it. And fair enough, people can argue he might have should have done better. It's his first game I've seen of him against one of the best defences in the league, and he had 2.
Thinking more positively,
he had 2 attempts.
I genuinely think the personnel almost all. I think Nuno got it almost all right. I know the argument with Paqueta. I don't think you can drop him really. I'd like to see him drop, but I don't think you can drop him because of the moments of brilliance he brings.
I do, and I think he can have this. I think a midfield of Magassa, Freddie Potts, and he put Fernandes further.
Yeah, when I said this last week, I would like to see it once, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
Well, we all said that we didn't think Marino or Zubimendi would be dropped in.
Yeah, by the way, hats off to Arteta. Obviously, he was forced to make a change about 30 minutes in. But hats off to Arteta. All right, it didn't work in the first 30 minutes, but by the by, really, it doesn't really matter. I didn't see it coming at all.
I didn't.
Actually.
No, we said we thought, like, if you lined up like that, it'd be unreal and you'd be cutting us in half. And I didn't expect it. Obviously, Odegaard's picked up some sort of niggle.
Yeah, which is he can't catch a break at the moment. Let's be honest, I was giving him a hard time from the start of the season when he had both his shoulder injuries. This one's just a freak one. It's
just an unlucky bit of contact, isn't it? It's just one of those. They both got in for the ball, and some of it will just come out better off.
Yeah. Let's just hope it's a case. Well, for me, let's just hope it's a case of it's a contact injury and it's sore now, and it's just sore right now. It's not a ligament or
kept on for a few minutes. I don't see it being something where it'll be out for a while. I'd be surprised, but this way, if they turn around and went, right, he's going to be out for 4 months, I'd be like, surely there's got to be someone else there.
The thing is, as well, you had Nuno Madueke a few weeks ago. He apparently done his knee in either very early or in the middle in the first half, continued on all the way through to half time, and then got pulled off. And then we're all thinking, well, why he's been pulled off? And then it comes out he's got an injury. But he was another one where he just kept playing. See, how much damage has that done to him? I know he's out to mid-November.
The manager needs to put him off as soon as he drops down the first time. And you've seen it. It's right in front of Arteta. Put him off.
Then my question, because I didn't notice anything to Nuno Madueke towards the bench or to his teammates. He was still running down the wing. He was still doing what he needed to. I don't know if it was a case of he didn't see anything until he got back in and he thought, he started doing. He's been a bit. He's not.
But today, Odegaard make it, I think, very obvious as soon as he went down.
He went down. No medical staff came on. He's played on. He's then kicked the ball out himself. Gestured to Arteta or the bench, being like, come check on me," sort of a help plea, and then he's tried to continue. Fair play to him. Captain mentality for that. So I've questioned his captaincy a bit, but captain's mentality to try and play on, he couldn't. And I think he's done the smart thing. He's already missed, 3-4 games?
Yeah.
Due to shoulder injuries. Hopefully it's not going to be a bad one, because he played phenomenal against Olympiacos. He was phenomenal, and I really was excited to watch him today. But obviously that didn't happen. Zubimendi came on, wasn't brilliant. And
it's a hard game though for deep lines.
I like that boy's arse. I think he's fantastic.
Good he's come out.
But Zubimendi's just been a bit. Past couple of games been a bit.
Might have been an off game, to be fair. I would agree with you. With how good he has been for you in the middle for such a small player as well. Maybe it was just one of those off games because I don't think he did anything terrible. I just think he wasn't his normal
when he was playing in the Spanish league, though, his passing was one of the best attributes he had.
Mm.
He was getting 85% completed passing like every game. He probably got that today, but there was some he's trying to cross field it and it's going miles behind, or even just a simple one, and he's fizzing it into Eze, and Eze can't control it. And he's losing the ball.
That's the frustration to Arsenal didn't look up for it. Arsenal, when I mean up for it, Arsenal didn't look like their usual
creative selves.
Just punishers. And all that aside, I'm going to get to it. It's both the 2 goals. Obviously, most goals are considered due errors, and that's fine. One of them is Paqueta. He's playing around with the ball when he should be playing around with it.
Yeah.
And the second had a penalty.
I want, as an Arsenal supporter, fan, whatever, I want to say it's not a penalty for me. It started outside the box, and it looks like it ends either just before or on the line.
Yeah.
And I said it during the game, and it's not the rule, but this is what I think it should be, is if it's initiated outside and it stops on the line, it's a free kick. If it's initiated on the line and continues into the box, it's a pen.
As far as I'm aware, it's when the contact starts, and the contact started, and he fell into the box. It's just not a pen. It's actually a shocking decision.
Sorry, 2 seconds. I was just gonna say, the audacity of Saka taking it. You've got a 70 million rated striker that is struggling at the moment. I don't know if it's whatever it is, but he's getting the ball. He's holding up very well. He's not got his shooting boots on.
No.
You saw it with Havertz when he first came in. Third game in? I didn't know he scored. Was a bit struggling. He scored that goal and I kind of kick-started him.
That's either manager-driven or it's because he's your star boy and they can't say no to him.
Well,
no,
but you can though. But that's the problem. He was captain, obviously, at that time because Odegaard came off. But surely you think
I'll give him a go.
Gyökeres, he's not scored in 2-3 games now.
He's had a lot of goals this season, though. He ain't had a lot, has he?
He's been injured for it.
No, compared to his usual standard, though, my point. Maybe he felt he needed it as well.
Absolutely, but surely, how do I put this?
Lugging someone in.
Yeah, Saka's played in the league for what? About 6-7 years now.
Yeah.
He shouldn't need time to warm up and get used to acclimatise to the team. Gyökeres does, because let's be honest, Gyökeres is getting more stick than Saka is.
But I suppose you could say the same thing for Salah. When Liverpool get a penalty, Salah is always the one to take it, even when TK and stuff like that. Even if he's the one, or TK or Gakpo to win it, Salah will refuse to let anyone else take it.
But when we signed Gyökeres, so everyone went, all his goals are just penalties. So he scores penalties for fun.
Yeah.
He's clinical from the spot. He barely misses. We've saw Saka miss countless
Arsenal and England,
Arsenal and England. Gyökeres, not saying he's never missed a penalty, but when everyone's saying, all he does is score penalties and tap-ins, and we get a penalty, go give it to him, then, I mean, Saka scored it is the main thing.
Yeah.
Not going to look a gift horse in the mouth for that, but yeah.
It's a big week for us. At the end of the day, you beat 2 of your bogey teams, and you come back after your national break and you got the other one as well. You got Fulham. You need to take that. Same as Liverpool, they haven't played well. They're winning.